Check out the Boost Mobile highlights of our first practice session. And we've got 3 great sprint races coming up this weekend. Here's hoping we get that clear, gorgeous blue sky that we've had most of the day for the rest of the weekend. All eyes on this man, Shane Van Gisbergen this weekend. 500-point margin in the championship. And straight off the bat, put that car on the racetrack straight to the top. Di Pasquale's been fast in the recent past, and so has his teammate Davison. Little error down here at turn 4, though, for car number 50 this weekend for Cam Waters, as a result of the backing from NZ, one of the sponsors for Tickford. And a little moment here for Van Gisbergen. We saw a lot of people actually battling to pull him up with right front locking into the hairpin. Mark Scope made the comment earlier as well about the beautiful presentation of the racetrack, even offline down there. It is absolutely gorgeous. But at the end of it all, 30 frantic minutes, Anton Di Pasquale gets the job done by 0.24 of a second, and that's a really decent margin. And he'll go to bed tonight comfortable with that as they rake through the data. So Di Pasquale over Davison and Heimgartner, 1, 2 and 3. Aussie, Kiwi, 1, 2 and 3. Very, very carefully. There's cars on the racetrack. You can see our camera crew down there, but in one of the gaps in the fence is Jamie Whincup watching very carefully as well. They need Shane Van Gisbergen to stitch together a beautiful start this weekend if he's got any chance of picking up another JR trophy, Jason Richards trophy. What's it look like for Tim Slade? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Teco, Matt Nilsson looking after the car this weekend. Brendan Hogan's been moved around inside the Cool Drive team. And Mirko de Rosa, the regular engineer, has just recently had his operation. And I believe he's been up and about in the workshop. And they're growling at him because he's supposed to be resting. I'm sure Mirko's watching the coverage. And we're expecting to see him back in action at Mount Panorama. So lots of drivers taking the opportunity to rehearse here. Will Davison, great lap, P2 in that practice session. The energy dispensed out of these cars as they find the right number of revs and throttle position. The bite point in the clutch and let them rip is unbelievable, and Jamie's getting the best seat in the house to soak it all up. He spent his whole life around racing. He'll be watching with great interest. James Golding looking for that bite point with the clutch, and then you can see how delicate the footwork is. So he doesn't completely release the clutch, he just slips it ever so gently, and he wants to feel what the back end of the car's doing. Now let's see what Feeney can do. Car number 88, formerly the famous number from Jamie Whincup. That was a very good start. Next to no wheel spin at all. Chris Piffer's out there in the Coke car as well. Let's see what this looks like from the driver's viewpoint. Grab first gear. Pretty good, nice work. So Chris off to a good start. It's that much trickier in these conditions because those rear tyres are hot. But mark my words, I think it's only a couple of hundred metres, maybe 250 odd metres from the start to the turning point at turn 1. On a cold tyre, cold brakes, when you're stuck on the outside, in particular on a dirty racetrack down there, it is lively through turn 1.
So he hasn't lost his racing DNA. He wants to see those cars arriving down there at warp speed, and we're going to see some practice starts now too.
Critically important for the weekend. So Jamie wants to see what everybody does here, and obviously very important as we walk through those results for session number 1 for you.